So hello students, in our earlier videos we have seen a lot of algorithms regarding single linked list. So we have already discussed about how to insert a node in a single linked list, how to delete a node in a single linked list, and how to perform traversing, how to search. So we have completed the different operations of single linked list. Now in today's video we will discuss about doubly linked list. So let us discuss what is a doubly linked list. See, a linked list is set or is called doubly linked list or two-way linked list if each node of the linked list contains, apart from data in the node, two address field or two link fields. So any linked list is said to be a doubly linked list if at all every node of that linked list must contain a minimum or at least three fields. One field must be info field and there must be two address field, two link field. The first address field shall contain address of previous node and the second address field contains address of next node. Okay, and the info field as usual should contain information or the data of that node. So we say in a doubly linked list every node must have at least three fields. So one should be info field, which is used to store data. Another two field, the remaining two field other than info field, let us call them, one is prev and second one is next. These two are address field or we can call them link field. See, if you recall, in a single linked list there is exactly one address field and we used to call that address field as link field. But here we will say there are two address fields and those two address fields are known as prev and next. So the prev field, it is a pointer field that points to the previous node, and next it is also a pointer field that points to the next node. Okay guys, so diagrammatically or logically we can visualize a structure of a node like this. So if we say in a doubly linked list, this is the structure of a single node. So there must be two pointer field. Let us call it info. The first, this one is info, and the left side let us call it prev. Prev means it is a pointer field that shall point to some previous node, and this one is next that shall point to the next node. Okay, you can logically imagine, you can logically think the structure of a node like this, or we can draw like this. We call info field, then there will be a field known as previous, and then there will be a field known as next. This previous field shall point to the previous node and the next field shall point to the next node. If we assume this is the structure, this is a single node and there might be some other nodes, then this will be the structure of a single node in a doubly linked list. Okay, so how to implement a doubly linked list? So in order to implement doubly linked list in your memory, what you need to do? Now we have already seen in case of single linked list that to represent a linked list in a memory, we first know how to create a node, and the node, in order to define a node, we need to create a structure data type. So implementing a single node. Once we know how to implement a single node, then to represent a linked list, to represent a doubly linked list, we can create a collection of nodes. So the structure of a single node should be like this: struct node. This is the structure data type that I should create. And in this structured data type, there must be some information field. So let us call that int info. So this is my data field where I will store the data. In this info field we will store data. Okay, we cannot store data right now because currently I am creating a structured data type. So when you create a data type, you are not reserving any memory space. So once this data type is created, then we will go for memory allocation dynamically, and once memory allocation is done, then only we can store any data. So the second field of a structured data type should be struct. So this must be an address field. So we need struct node asterisk prev. See, this is a pointer field, and the data type of this pointer field should be struct node, because this prev, this one should contain address of previous node, and that node also must be of same data type, must be of struct node data type. So data type of this prev field should be struct node. And finally I will create one more field, struct node asterisk next. So after declaring this structured data type, now my job is to reserve memory space for creating a single node. Then we can create a group of collection of nodes to represent an entire linked list. Okay, so we all know how to create a single node by allocating memory space dynamically using malloc function. Okay, now in order to implement a doubly linked list, what else are required? See, when we create a doubly linked list, we need to create a collection of nodes. Okay, and each node must be linked with other through pointer fields. Now here, in order to identify first node as well as last node, we need two pointer variable after creating the struct data type. See, once we create a struct data type, and then when we create a linked list, or when we implement a linked list, what we want to do in doubly linked list, we shall maintain two separate pointer variables. See, these are not nodes. These we will use two separate pointer variables. Okay, what are they? First one is known as, we can call it start, or you can call it head, and second pointer variable is known as end, or you can call it tail. Okay, these are the two separate pointer variable. The variable start should store address of first node. The variable end, both are pointer variable, start and end, or you can call them head or tail, both are pointer variable. So the variable end should contain, so it should store address of last node. Okay, so now here in a doublet linked list, since every node have two pointer field, each node itself contains a next pointer and as well as contains a previous pointer. So previous pointer points to the previous node and next pointer points to the next node. But what about the last node? When we say a particular node is the last node, then its next pointer should contain null value. Similarly, the node which is treated as the first node, in the first node also there must be two pointer field. One is next and the second one is prev. Okay, so let me draw a diagram, then you can understand. Suppose this is my first node and this node must have three fields. One is info, second one is next, and third one is second one is previous. Okay, and then we have a previous. Okay, let us rewrite this structure of a node. Okay, now so we will say first info, second one is previous, and the last one is next. Now say this is my first node. Definitely the next field will point to the next node. So similarly, the next node must also have three fields at least. One is info, then we have previous, then we have next. And let's assume that the address of this particular block is 100. Address of this particular block is 150. So next it will point to another node. Its address is 200. Now value stored in next should be 100. Here that should be 150. Now this is my info field of the third node, and we have a previous pointer and we have a next pointer. Now suppose this one is the last node. So definitely if this is the last node, then we will store a null value here. Null value will be stored. Now in its previous pointer we will store value what? This previous pointer should point to this particular node. And what is the address of this previous node? The block address is 150. So here the data stored will the address will be 150. Similarly, this is my second node, and in its previous pointer the value, the address that we should store should be 100, so that this previous pointer should point to the first node. Now since this is my first node, there is no previous node present. So for the first node, the pointer field previous should contain null. Okay. Now we have two pointer variable. One is start, end, or you can call them head or tail. Okay. So the variable head, or you can call it start, should contain address of the first node. So that is 100. And we also have another pointer variable called tail, or you can call it end. It should contain the address of the last node. See, these two, head and tail, are not nodes. They are simple pointer variable which points to some node, which contains address of some other node. So once we create a linked list, this should be the overall concept or implementation in the memory. So if there will be three nodes, so these are the three nodes in the memory, and other than these three nodes we should maintain two separate pointer variable. One is head, second one is tail, or start and end. Head points to the first node, tail should points to the second, means address of the tail should contain address of the last node, and head should contain address of the first node. Okay guys, so this is how we should implement a linked list in the memory. And to create these nodes, we need to define a structured data type. Okay, and that structured data type must contain at least 3 fields. So with this we conclude the introduction of doubly linked list. In our next video we will see algorithms for doing various operations like creation, traversing and insertion, etc., or deletion in a doubly linked list. Okay, so all these operations we have already seen algorithm for doing different operations in a single linked list. Same we will see in a doubly linked list. Okay guys, thank you.